a party have to have a team. You understand? Peter Obi cannot touch the full Nigeria alone. So people have to assist as well. All obedience need to create staffs and a team to reach people, reach out team to reach different states, different people, different, like in the north, they need to have a Labour Party staffs and a team, we'll be going, the ones that will be going to different parts of northern distinct zone. So Peter Obi is not going to, if we expect only him want to do all those things, it's not going to be, it's not possible. That's just the truth, So that is what I said here before. We still need these are the job we need to do. We need to touch the area, the stronghold of PDP and APC. We need to put our stronghold, our strong foot there, in those places, in the northern part of Nigeria, in this thing, like Port Harcourt, where this person, Wike, said is his house. Peter Obi, Labour Party have to have a lot of strong foot there as well in Port Harcourt. So those are the strategic places that we need to touch. So I align with the idea of that caller, So that is just all I can say. And Peter Obi is making great moves, like this state that he went to see their emir right there. So it's a great move. So we should continue. We should double our efforts, no relenting. And by God's grace, this election, come 2023, 2003, Tabi will become the next president of Nigeria, so we can celebrate.
Amen.
Our labor will not be in vain. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Brother Nice. Thank you so much. God bless you for your amazing submission right there. I appear as I see you today because him I don't carry you go where I don't know. But thank you for coming to my show today. Now God bless
if I carry me go where you don't know.
I carry you go where I don't know. Because I don't know where she carry you go. But nothing spoil, Sha. Thank you. Say you even show face at all today. Thank you. All right, guys. That being said, we're gonna go straight to Mr. T. Mr. T, please talk to us.
Thank you very much. Good evening, Kachi. Good evening, Ninja Watch. Good evening, everyone on the panelists and everyone on the comment section. Good evening, everyone from everyone watching from all over the world.
Good to have you.
With the CBN governor, there are several questions you can actually ask. One of which include, why must he go to Daura? But I think he went to pay his master homage. And they know what they're doing. But the question is, because what I've had so far, if you're charging people like maybe about 10% thereabout on 500,000 cash withdrawal, where's the money going to? Why should you even charge people because they're withdrawing money? You're trying to copy from the Western world, but the Western world don't put this problem on their people. You cannot imagine somebody maybe making transaction of $2,000 thereabout, maybe even large sum of money. You're asking them to pay tax, to get some percent by the government. I mean, people are already suffering and you're putting more burden on people. And should this even be the priority right now? The priority of the country should see, of the administration is for you guys to see how you can get the country back on its feet. And he said he's making a joke, but that joke that he made is a true joke. That they only just recolored the naira. There's nothing fancy about what they did. And you're even paying more to print on the paper. So the paper itself is expensive than the currency that you're carrying about. The purchasing power of the currency itself It's not even up to it's not up to the amount they use in printing the currency. So, Emefiele, wherever you are, I think you are misaligning your priority right now because Nigerians are suffering, and you're only adding to the sufferings of Nigeria. You're not helping the people, and so you're only just playing to the you're dancing to the drums of your master. But remember that one day you're going to leave that seat, and you can ask other people that have been there before. You may have sold your conscience right now, but someday your children, your great grandchildren will be asking you questions. So think about what you're doing and make things right for the Nigerian people. And for Peter Obi, I think for him, the major thing now is to see how you can get to places like Lagos, Kano, Kaduna, the big cities. I mean, the smaller cities are okay, but all the same, you also need to get to. I mean, Atiku has been in Lagos. I don't know if Peter Obi has been in Lagos or how many times he's been there. So you need to get to those places and be able to share from the votes. Because if you believe it honestly, people are in Lagos State that are looking forward to see Peter Obi because I think he has a strong hold also in Lagos State. So he needs to go to those places, Lagos, Kaduna, Abuja, the big cities, go there. Because the soul of Nigeria is actually is actually being messed up right now. And Nigeria needs to be delivered. The churches are praying, everything's are going on, but the same, you need to do your due diligence. There's a need for Nigeria to be rescued at this time because these guys don't care. Imagine Tinubu went to Chatham House, and after everything they did at Chatham House, these guys went to a restaurant and they were eating and dancing. They don't care about the nation. They don't care. They don't care. The man that you guys say cannot walk, the man was eating and he was dancing with his fork in his hand. He doesn't care if Nigerians are suffering. I mean, other candidates are there in Arise TV attending to debate, but this guy went to Chatham House, and after everything in Chatham House, he can only go and sit down somewhere, eating and then dancing to Buga. Come on. When people are dying, people are suffering. And you see the likes of El Rufai and the likes of them, they are also dancing with him. These guys don't give a damn. They don't give a damn. So Peter Obi should try as much as possible, go to smaller towns, good, but the same, make sure you go to big cities because that's where the votes are. That's where the votes are. And somebody is saying that Peter Obi alone cannot do the job, but he's going to be the president. He's going to be the president. So if he cannot touch places now, I mean, the smaller groups are doing their best. I mean, I'm looking forward to the day that Nigeria wants to bring him here. He needs to come here too and talk to the people. Talk to the people. Go to places. Go to big cities. Don't just go there once, go twice. Because this guy, I mean, the APC, the PDP, they are paying people money. But you cannot do that. And that's not what you're encouraged to do. But you know, these people, they don't care. Once they get the 5,000, 10,000, that's all they care about. But we trust that Nigeria is going to be great again by God's grace. God is going to help us. We get the right person there this time around because people are suffering. Even diasporans. The burdens are also on diasporans. So Peter Obi, please touch the big cities, go places, make this campaign time because time is going to be shut down very soon. Thank you. I yield the floor.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. T, for that amazing submission right there. Orlando, you were going to say something, please. Orlando, are you there, please? Okay, we're just going to go straight to Mr. Ophili. Mr. Ophili,
I
good
am
evening.
here. Everybody.
Okay, Orlando, please go ahead.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't react on the CBN policy. I only talked about Peter Obi. I guess I was just carried away with, anticipating his coming in by the grace of God. Now, the CBN policy, I don't know why this administration, they are fond of copy and pastes. And the worst thing that can ever destroy somebody and basically a country is not learning from somebody's mistake. You see this policy about trying to reduce inflation and trying to, bring in cashless policy by limiting our withdrawal to a certain amount of money. And also, according to them, is that they want to do it in such a way that there will not be vote buying, there will not, so that politicians won't have access to much money during election. And I just, when I read about that policy and their purpose of doing it, I just told myself, I said, they keep deceiving us. At the end of the day, it is the poor masses, the average. In fact, these days there's even nothing like average Nigerians anymore. It's either you're rich or you are poor. That's the truth. It's either you're rich or you are poor. So they say they are doing it for politicians not to have access to money. How many? The last time that bullion van drove into Tinubu's house, did the CBN, did the governor of CBN say anything about it till now? But when they were telling us to turn up our old cash so that we can change it to new cash, news broke out that CBN governor told banks that they should keep a list of people who deposit a particular amount of money. That, okay, let's say as an individual you deposit, you bring in maybe 10 million or 5 million, they write your name down probably to track you and know what you're doing. And I asked myself, oh, you can really put out that policy to come after people who are not of big class, or thieves. I call them thieves, not politicians. You can put out policy against people like that and not tackle someone who drove a money filled with bullion van to his house, and you did not do anything. Now back to what I'm saying. This policy, if we go back and read about it, had taken place in India, and it was a flop. It rendered 1.5 million people unemployed, as in they became jobless. And that's why I say we copy, but we don't learn from mistakes of these people. You are trying to get into cashless policy. How strong is the what grounds are you providing for? Even if you want to be doing cashless policy, what is the inflow of cash, our revenue, the natural resources, which is the oil? How much do we generate from our revenue? How much do we have cash inflows into our revenue that you want to now say, oh, due to this we're going to reduce the inflow of cash? People are strong. People who do petty jobs, and then at the end of the day they deal in cash. They don't. I'm sure people here in Nigeria, you've dealt with people who will tell you, I don't want transfer, I know they do POS, give me cash. Maybe you go to buy something, the person will tell you, oh more, you guys give me cash. Now imagine yourself dealing with five people like that, and then at the end of the day, you have to withdraw more than your limit. So does it mean you can't attend to your needs anymore because central bank brought out a policy that will favor them and not favor you? So I think we this country needs to start learning from other people's mistake and not just jump on people's policy that you just did not research so well about it, and you just jump on it without knowing the side effects of such policy in the country and the kind of people you have in your country. Thank you so much, Cassie.
Okay, thank you very much, Orlando. That's a wonderful one, Orlando. Thank you for bringing that out. That's wonderful. And not be say we not get capable hands. Oh, we have more than enough capable hands to put all of these things in place. Not be say we no get to, but these guys they just want to sit down in power, even if capable, they know they're capable. They just want to sit down for that position. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. And Mr. T, did you ask if Peter Obi has been to Lagos, or you're talking about Peter Obi should start visiting big cities? Mr.
No,
T?
I'm not asking. I know he's been to Lagos, but what I was saying is he needs to do more.
Okay. Okay.
He needs to do more. I mean,
Okay.
these are cities that you have the you have I mean the number of Igbos that you have in Lagos, you cannot compare them to the number of Igbos or Yorubas or Hausas that you have in Taraba.
Okay, okay. I just wanted to clear that. I thought you asked a question. But if you ask me, I think Peter Obi has done wonderfully well, sensitizing the people, going from one place to the other. I would say he's doing wonderfully well. As a matter of fact, I partook in the campaign that happened in Lagos a few months ago, and it was massive. The turnout was incredible. It was incredible. So, ah, I believe he has done well, and I believe they're still going to do more. And let's leave them to do what they know how to do. We should also do what we know how to do. Thank you very much to everyone who has contributed. On that note, I'm going to find out if Mr. Ofili is available for us now, or we just move straight to the last segment for today. Mr. Ofili, good evening to you. Please talk to us if you're
Good,
available.
good evening, Niger Watch. Good evening, Kachi. Good evening, my fellow Nigerians on the panel. This is my first time of joining the discourse.
Oh,
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
Great, Mr. Ofili. Is it your first time on this platform, or is your first time of joining us on the panel?
First time of joining you on the panel.
Oh,
But uh,
great.
but
Where are you
but
joining us from?
Belgium.
Oh, great. Thank you so
Mhm.
much. Thank you for joining us today.
It's a pleasure. Yeah, I heard you people when you started the discussion that this lady, this actor, what's her name? Um
Mr. Johnson.
Mercy Johnson. Of course, I'm not surprised because the husband has dealings with Tinubu, and she also is is a very good friend of the governor of Kogi State. So I don't. I It's not a surprise to me, but that's why most of our fellow Nigerians who are at home, it's always very good to know people before you follow them. If I find I love Nigerian actors and actresses and musicians, but I don't follow them until I find out that they have same world outlook as the same world look that I have. So it's always very good for you to know the people you follow. And for me, anybody that is supporting PDP or APC is an enemy to the suffering masses. We living abroad, I have a dual citizenship, but I will be wicked if I'm enjoying all the freedom that I have here in a foreign land that I wasn't born in. And then I look back in Nigeria, I remember my friends, I remember my family in Nigeria, and I don't feel the pain that I feel. I don't pay school fees here. I don't I sometimes you can stay without doing anything with money for a whole month. But Nigerians living in their home country that has everything, living day to day is like war. And then if you would now support those that are putting them in pain, I think you're an enemy of the citizens of the poor masses, and you are not worth to be followed. And I don't even see any reason why anybody should click on anything that has anything to do with Mercy Johnson or her likes. And back to the CBN governor, these people are playing with the minds of Nigerians. Nigeria is a country where they say that 133 million people are in poverty, and now you're giving them stress on how much withdrawals to make. And even when they withdraw their tiny bits that they have in the bank, you also have to charge them. It's really sad when you hear all this kind of news, and I wonder why a Nigerian would at the end of the day want to put his money in any bank in in the first instance, because you don't even have security. And this bank, before you know it, they say this bank is shut down and all the money in it is lost. So there's not even a security that the money you are putting in the bank is safe. There's nowhere that is safe in Nigeria. So um I think what they are trying to do right now is like, you know, tilt the vision of the people, the focus that they don't want Nigerians to focus on the forthcoming election, because last week they were talking about introducing languages to the schools, and this week is about CBN bringing up another pain. So you don't even know where to focus, you don't even know where to stand, and before you know it, February is here, and February is gone. And before you know it, you have that ugly man that we don't even know where he's from. We don't even know his primary school certificate, where what primary school he went to. We don't even know which family he comes from. He just all the information we have about Tinubu is from, I think, 1979. What he has done before that time, nobody knows, even if he's from Afghanistan or so. So it's really sad, the kind of news we are hearing from Nigeria. But we pray that everything gets better. That's why if we love Nigeria and we want to support Peter Obi, we should do everything that we can in our power. Like every day you wake up, you think of, I'm far away, I'm 5,000 kilometers away. I cannot do the things I would love to do. But the bits that I can do, every day I wake up and I think of better ways to support the movement. And if you, like, I hear people talking about Obi, there's nobody that has traveled as much as Obi in the whole of Nigeria. I'm over here and I follow all his trips, and people are talking about that his organization needs to penetrate the north. There's actually this young boy, I think he's about 20, 23 or 26. He's in the up north. He's in charge of the up north for Obi. He's building wells for the rural areas. He has his group. They go up north and they are building wells for people who don't have water. He build wells for them, construct them, and give it back to the community. And in turn, he asks the people that all he wants them to do is to vote Obi in the forthcoming election. And there is also the big tent. There are a lot of people going around, you know, doing the canvassing for Obi in up north, but he's just doing his best. And don't forget, most of these people that is contesting with, they have governors, they have all the monies in the world that they stole from our oil money that they can use to do whatever they want to do. But if you want to ask me, Obi is a trader, and you can't outsmart a trader. He knows where to go at any given time, and his movement is penetrating very deep in the north. I'm sure if you make a poll in Kaduna right now, it will be 60% obedient. If you go to Kanu, at least 40% obedient. So there are people working on the ground for him, and he also has the POSN and so many other groups that are working, that are penetrating the mud, that are working all over Nigeria. And he's also traveling a lot. Even as we speak now, I think he's in Bayelsa also. And before you know it, he was already in Anambra this morning. So he's traveling a lot. He's like going zigzag the whole country. So I think the movement is going on fine in Nigeria. And for as much as I've said, I want to yield the mic for somebody else to speak, because I don't want to speak for too long.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Ofili from Belgium. Thank you, we appreciate you. Thanks for joining our panel. Please endeavor to join us more often. We are here every day, 7 days a week until the day of election. We have promised you guys we're going to be doing this. Thank you all so much, and God bless you. On that note, that means everyone has contributed on this particular topic, and we're going to go straight into the last segment for today. And of course, you'll be giving your final remarks. Thank you so much, Asabosa. I see you right there. Innocent Orca, thanks for joining us, sir. Imo Sokri, thank you for joining. I appreciate every one of you. The viewers, you guys are super amazing. How can I forget you all, the viewers? Thank you so much. The wonderful people on the panel for always coming out here to share their thoughts on what we are talking about. You guys are super amazing. I learn from you all every day. God bless you. And to our lovely, lovely people on the comment section, you guys always make it very interesting and educative. Thank you so much for doing this with us again today. May the Almighty bless our efforts, and may our efforts not be in vain. Thank you so much. We're going to go straight into the last segment, people. Mr. Ninja, please, are you available?
All right. I think the last video, you're the one to take it, right?
Okay, great. Yes, I have a last video right there, but it's just going to be on the same Peter Obi's rally or campaign that happened in Taraba State. Mr. Ninja Watch has already played the video of Peter Obi's speech, but I
Okay,
also
let
want to
everyone
play.
give a closing remark then.
Yes, I also want to play on a speech from one of the emirs. in Taraba State who was actually speaking to the people as to the reason why Peter Obi is the right man for the job. It's just about a 1 minute or 2 minutes long video. Please, guys, let's take it together and see that Nigerians are actually waking up to the fact that we should not be divided with religion or ethnicity or tribe or whatever they might call it. Please, let's take a look at this together, guys. Thank you so much. God bless you.
The people of the East must help this gentleman by accepting and facing the fact that they are leaders in trading in Nigeria. They are leaders in effort in Nigeria. They should also be leaders in uniting Nigeria. There is no way, Mr. Obi, your younger brother can tell me that I cannot go to Enugu on Monday. And then I will tell him he's acting correctly. I am a goat rearer. I sell my goats to the East. And the vehicles we have can break down anytime. When we start going to the East, you can't say the date you arrive. You have to arrive whenever it's possible to arrive. In a situation where somebody tells me that I cannot enter a so place on Monday, is a disaster for the nation. It should be avoided. It should be thrown out. I have no business with anybody agitating for anything. It's a right. But every right should draw within the Constitution. Thank you very much.
Okay, guys, that's just what I wanted you guys to hear on that particular video. I believe we've already shared the video of the massive crowd in Taraba State that actually came out for Peter Obi. This one, our organic crowd, no be money. Nobody paid anybody to come out to do anything because Nigerians are actually tired and we are willing to change the status quo. Thank you all so much for doing this with us again today. I can see Nana Roland, thank you for joining. Mr. Edo Light, thank you. Thank you for your continuous support to Nigeria Watch. We sincerely do appreciate every of your efforts. May God bless you. Thank you, guys. That being said, that will be all the videos we're going to be showcasing today, and we're going to be taking our closing remark right away. Do like and share our broadcast if you are yet to do so, because it goes a long way. You see, this our broadcast and not be here it go end. So we need to like and share so more people can get sensitized as to what is happening around them. And the only way that is possible is if you like and share. Thank you so much, guys, and God bless you all for your continuous support. We're going to be coming out every day. Tomorrow we'll be here again, 10 a.m. Nigerian time for our newspaper headline reviews, and we're going to be here again tomorrow by 6 p.m. for our hot debate as usual. Thank you, guys. Let's give our closing remark, and I'm going to be starting with my co-host, of course, Orlando. Orlando, please talk to us. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you so much for being a part of today's broadcast. My greatest thanks goes to Cassie. Thank you, Cassie, for always, carrying me along. I really do appreciate you, and also Mr. Niger Watch. Thank you so much. Well, we've all seen, we've all contributed our own, I'll call it intelligent contribution, and we've all also, in one way or the other, we've advised each other. So the only final words that I have here is why we go on our daily activity. There's a statement somebody makes, said, we have our phones for a purpose. Record anything that should be recorded. And the little thing I have to add to that is, please, when you're recording, in your recording, please mention the dates and the time of the record, because people will say it's an old video or it's an edited video. This did not happen. So if you find yourself in a situation maybe where one of these things INEC does, you find yourself maybe child voters registration, or you find yourself in a situation where you're seeing something or hearing something you're not supposed to hear, please do well to speak into the video, the date, the location. That if your video goes viral, it will have a name and it will have a date and time tag to it, and it will not be assigned, or it will not be tagged an old video or a fake video. That's what I want to say to everybody who would, in one way or the other, this period before the 60 something days that we have to election, wherever you find yourself, please do that. At least it will help us keep track of what is happening. Thank you so much to everybody.
Orlando, that's a wonderful suggestion right there. Because with the way these guys are going, hey, we have to be, our eyes have to be sharp. We have to be thinking 10 times ahead. To be honest, I think that's a wonderful suggestion. Always, if you are doing a video, please put the date, put the time if possible, so people they no go tag and say na Photoshop as always. You understand? So please, guys, let's do that. Thank you very much. God bless you. Mr. Starkis, please give us your closing remark. Thank you.
Thank you, my sister. I want to thank everyone with his support and his advice. Also, thank you most the Niger Watch. I want to thank you all for the effort you people have been making. We people have been making. We all have been making. I want to thank everyone. And another thing that I want to say is that the only way that our speech and our effort can be making hearing to people is by adding a little effort of sharing and liking, so that it cannot be only us saying and listening alone, that it can reach out people there. So I would like you to encourage each of us that to make a share on those videos, like them, so that it can go out there and reach other people that didn't hear it. It will reach many people there, so that our message can be circulated. Thank you all.
Thank you so much.
Kashi, we can't hear you. All right. Kashi, are you there? All right. Okay, I think we should. Okay, we have Kashi back now. You guys should know that network is a big problem in Nigeria. I appreciate every one of you anyway for your time with us. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. May God bless every one of you. Those of you that have super chatted, those of you that have shared our videos, those of you that have liked our videos, those of you that joined the panel. Want to say we are very, very grateful. Thank you for your continued support, the energy that you're giving us to do what we're doing today. We are very, very grateful. Thank you very much. For those of you asking that the super chat is a bit hectic for you, you don't know how to do it and all that, you can support us directly on our Nigeria Bank NWash Media Zenith Bank account. So we'll be very, very grateful. We put a lot to do what we're doing today, and we are very grateful because you all are encouraging us to do what we're doing. Okay, let's see if Kashi is back from Uganda. Kashi, are you there?
No be small Uganda. Thank you very much, Mr. Ninja Watch. See, Mr. Ninja Watch made it very sweet. Those of you having difficulties, that's our candidates. To be truth is a lot of financial responsibility. To be honest with you guys, a lot of financial responsibilities goes into making this a reality. I just cannot even start mentioning all the financial responsibilities we go through every day to make this a reality. And it will be so helpful for you guys to support us. I know you guys have been doing that already, and I say thank you. But we still need your support. So if you're having difficulties using the super chat, the account number is just there on the screen for you guys to support us. You can make a direct transfer to our Ninja Watch account, and you can send it to us on the WhatsApp group to let us know that you have supported us in one way or the other, so we can acknowledge you. Thank you guys so much. God bless you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now let's move straight to the next person we have here, and that will be Mr. T. Mr. T, please talk to us.
Well, thank you for the opportunity again to actually speak. I think every other person have actually said great things here, contributions, suggestions. Unlike the other brother that called from diaspora said, sometimes people in diaspora like myself, when you go to the store and then you come back home, you want to eat, and then you look at what you're eating, what comes to mind is maybe your immediate family back home in Nigeria or your friends, they can enjoy what you're enjoying. And so I speak to the mind and the heart of the diasporans. You live in the United States of America, you live in Canada, you live in London, you live in France, you live in Australia, anywhere you are in part of the world where there are no NEPA failure. I mean, in the USA, we don't have NEPA, but you have lights. Anywhere you have where they don't have power failure, people don't have to struggle for water. What you are enjoying in that country, desire same for Nigeria. Because one thing is, you're first a Nigerian before you become a United States citizen. You're first a Nigerian before you become a Canadian citizen. You're first a Nigerian before you became a UK citizen. So whatever you're enjoying where you are, desire same for Nigeria. Because one thing is, whether you believe it or not, someday you're going to go back home. Your children will be asking you, Daddy, where do you come from? So whatever you're enjoying where you are, desire same for Nigeria. I'm not disappointed about Mercy Johnson because scripture saying that in the last day, perilous time shall come, men shall be lovers of their own self, including women. So whoever is doing what they are doing, it just shows you the other side of human beings. So don't be surprised. That is who they are. Don't be amused or amazed by what they are doing. That is just who they are. And so the only thing that you can do in your own little corner is to either pray for Nigeria or you desire a turnaround for Nigeria. Because believe you and I, where we live in diaspora, we don't cry for water, we don't cry for light, we don't cry for roads. Those things are done. But imagine your country where you have oil flowing. Imagine they discover oil in Bauchi State. That shows that the country is blessed by God, but you have wicked leaders, people that don't care. So don't be surprised, people. The only thing we can do is to pray for Nigeria and then trust that come next year, Nigeria shall be rescued from the hand of the wicked one. Prayers are going on all over the places now for Nigeria, and we'll trust God that we have the best leader come next year. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Speaking of that oil, Mr. T, you get the way you go your backyard, self, go dig ground if you even see oil for there. There's
Kashi, let me
nothing.
surprise you quickly. I served in Bauchi State in 2009, 2010. If you plant anything in Bauchi State, plant that thing among the stones in Bauchi State, it will grow.
It will grow.
That
Imagine.
is how blessed the soil of Nigeria is.
Imagine.
If you
See,
plant
there's
anything in the
nothing
midst
a
of
country.
stones in Bauchi State, it will
Imagine.
grow.
There's nothing a country needs to succeed that God has not given to us. There is absolutely nothing a country needs to succeed that God has not given to Nigeria. Nigeria is a blessed nation. We are blessed in all ramifications. Is it the people? We have intelligent, amazing people who are even doing well abroad, even better than the original citizens of that country. Nigeria is too blessed, man. It is time for us to do the needful. It is time for us to take it by force. Since the talk say they no go give unto us, it is time. Nigeria is too blessed. What type of natural resources are you looking for that we don't have? What type? Nigerians are supposed to be walking high with their shoulders high.
Jos would have been a small London. Jos would have been a small London.
Nigerians should have been walking with their shoulders high because of how amazing God has been good to us. But no, we get leaders, we just sit down on top, talk, say, make people they suffer. And we still get the selfish ones wey no care. Provided say that they give them tinini out of the big thing where they get, they no care. Make
Now that
everybody
one
take
make
well.
Olaiya go naked himself for Barbies.
Eh,
They pray for
just like
Tinubu.
one. It is well. It is well. That is why we're doing this. That is the reason why we're doing this. Thank you, guys. Mr. Pansat, you don't want me again today. Mr. Pansat, you too much, oh. You too much. Now God will bless you for your continuous support to Nigeria Watch. And God will bless you. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. God bless you. All right, guys. That being said, we're just gonna go straight to Mr. Sylvanus. Mr. Sylvanus, please talk to us.
Okay, can you hear me better today? Because the
Loud
other
and clear. Loud
time
and clear. Please go
the
ahead, sir.
other time I listened to my voice, it was terrible. I don't know why. But but anyway, I just got in not too long ago. But what I got from this is what Mercy Johnson said. My question is there any other thing other than Mercy Johnson? I heard some people saying about central bank something. What did the central bank do?
Mr. Sylvanus, are you just joining us? You've been on the panel for some time now.
No, I mean in and out, but I didn't get what about the central bank. But I didn't get about Mercy Johnson. Okay, let me
Oh,
comment on that.
okay, great.
Mercy Johnson is just as selfish as any other Nigerian. She's all those Nigerians who only thinks about themselves, because there's no excuse for her not to support Obi or support the progress of the country. She just supported, according to one of the panelists here, because her husband is connected with the Kogi State governor and all that and all that. That's nonsense. That doesn't make any sense. If Mercy Johnson is satisfied with the way Nigeria is, why does she come to America to have her baby? All the time, all her children are born in the United States. Whenever she wants to have a baby, she will come to the United States to have her baby. If Nigeria is that good, why do you want to come have baby here so you can make your kids American citizens?
Exactly.
You know? Why don't she do that? Why people can't tell themselves the truth? So that makes me to know that Ms. Johnson is just for herself, not about Nigerians. And we should totally ignore her. We should totally ignore her because she's not looking at Nigeria for Nigeria to progress and other people in Nigeria to benefit from Nigeria. It's just like the other panelist said, we have everything we need in that country. I have never seen any country that is endowed like that country. Just like you said, Kachi. Is it on on resources, natural resources? We have abundance of those. Is it on human capital? Oh my God. Nigerians are one of the most intelligent people in the world. One of the most, these people can move mountains. You know? So we are intelligent people we can make things happen if we have good government. The only problem we have in that country is that we have criminals called politicians. 99.9% of the people running Nigeria in this country where I live, they will be in prison. I just ask anybody, they will be in jail, serving long-term sentence. All of them, including the president. That's no country that functions the way that country functions. None, zero. And that is why they don't want to leave power, because they're criminal. They want to keep everybody down, and they're the only one successful. Look at them who opposed to them. The time his house was burnt, in or wherever he's located. I was looking at the video clip. His house is built in the midst of poor people. He has all kinds of luxury in that place. Rolls Royce, you name it. How do you live like that in the midst of poor people? It's not like it's your sweat. I don't have a problem if it's your sweat that you make the other wealth. But it is public money, and you have shown it to their face, just like Dino Malaya and Femi Fani, whatever he calls himself. All of them, they be showing us all this wealth that they stole from us. You know, what country works like that? None. That is why we are where we are, and that's why people look down on us, because they know that we are useless. We don't reason properly. You know, we don't reason properly. If we reason properly, We won't be doing that. You accumulate so much wealth that your children, your grandchildren, your great grandchildren cannot even finish. And the worst part of this, and these wealth are being hidden in a developed country, and they're using it to get bigger and bigger, and their country used to, continue to do better than ours. And our people keep running to their country and serve them. That's all we do. We serve them. They look down on us. No matter how intelligent you are, they look down on you. I wouldn't say I'm that lucky, because when I came here to go to school and go back to Nigeria. But since I finished school and I've been working here, I've been working with middle and upper middle class Americans, okay? Because I'm doing the same job they do. So we are in the same level. And I know how they look at me. They will do everything to make sure that, who are you that come from Africa to be rubbing shoulder with me? But I have to, because I know what you know. The only people they love are those of us who came here that are doing menial jobs and all those things. They don't care about those. But those of us who are professionals that challenge them, both intellectually and everything, we make the same amount of money or even more and live the same level of life they live. They don't like us. They hate us. Unfortunately, there was one time, one of my neighbor called me. My neighbor happened to be a Filipino. And then, we live in predominantly neighborhood that is a little bit middle class. And my son and his son plays a lot. So one time, one of these stupid white idiots was asking him, what does this guy's father do for a living? The guy looked at him and said, look, let me tell you something. This guy's father is a professional, and he makes more money than you do. So I was working, and the guy come and said, look, let me tell you. And he's going to tell me, I just laughed and said, well, too bad. That tells you his mentality is, why should this guy live in our neighborhood? How can he afford to live in our neighborhood? So that is how bad it is. If I was living in Nigeria, nobody would question what is my son? Why is my son here? Why is he playing with other people? Why do they live in this neighborhood? Because we don't belong here. And because of the way they put our country. So with that being said, we have to continue to do what we're doing. Niger Watch, you are doing a great job. I love this channel every day, even at work. A lot of time I don't contribute because I'm at work and I'm dealing with people that I don't want to even say a word. I just listen, But you are doing a good job sensitizing our people here. Those of us who are here that are supporting Tinubu and Atiku, I'm so sorry. But I have to tell you this. I have some Yorubas that I work with. Actually, they are supporting Obi. Whether they mean it or not, they tell me that any of those people are crazy. They are for Obi. So it's not all. Why I said that is because some people say yesterday, yeah, I know a lot of Yorubas are trying to put on tribal line, but not all of them. There are some of them who reason like everybody else, But majority of them vote on tribal line. But I hope we can convince the rest of them too, so that we can vote on competency. I'm an Igbo man, but if Hopeless Uzodinma is running today, I won't vote for him. Rogers Okorocha is running today, Umahi, I won't vote for them. Even though they're Igbo, I'm not going to vote like that. They're useless. Okay, Kachi, I know you're about to
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for your continuous support. We appreciate you. We appreciate your presence here. Thank you. God bless you, sir. Thank you. All right. Information just reaching me right now.
Can I quickly say something to what he said now?
Okay.
Thank you for your wonderful submission, sir. Hopefully, you're calling from North America, United States. You have a bunch of Yorubas that are actually rooting for Peter Obi. You have a bunch of them. Because one thing is, so this is what I want people to understand. Yoruba always believe in something. A good name is better than silver and gold. Now, whoever is a Yoruba child that is acting otherwise, they have a name for them. And so you can see that between the Afeniferes, where someone is saying that regardless of if this person is, even if I'm the one that gave birth to him, I will not support him. So that's what Yoruba stands for. Good name is better than silver and gold. And I think some of them have been able to see that in Peter Obi. This man is consistent. So whatever he says in Taraba was what he said 3 months ago or 4 months ago, without missing words. Without missing words. So one thing is, even in the among the disciples of Jesus Christ, you have the Judas Iscariot, that whatever he has a savior, but he ends up selling his master. So believe that you have Yorubas that are actually supporting Peter Obi, and you have a bunch of them, both in the diaspora. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. T, for the add up. Okay. What I wanted to quickly say here, you see, when we are doing this, some people think, okay, we don't have better things to do by coming on air to talk about this. Do you know that people are dying every day in Nigeria till today? And it baffles me to see that we still have people in Nigeria, in the same country, Nigeria, who are clamoring for APC. Let's leave Tinubu out of this first. Let's assume it's not Tinubu, that was chosen by APC. Whoever that will come out under the shadow of APC should be rejected, supposed to be rejected. It's sad. Yesterday, police officer killed somebody in Sangotedo Island in Lagos. Today, this happened. This just reaching me now. As you can see, gunmen invaded hospital in Anambra State and took away 4 newborn babies. You see that? Okay, now, this did not happen to me. And all of you watching me right now, and I can as well still say, if we find out, if not the biological parents of these newborn babies, their siblings or anyone affiliated to them are supporting APC or PDP. If you check, please, my people, you see this cry that we all are crying here on this channel. We are not just doing it for ourselves. We are doing it for us, you and I, everybody. People are dying. People are suffering. And some of these people are crying for Tinubu, are crying for APC, are crying for PDP. It's painful. It's so painful. You see a hungry lion saying an APC you want. I've seen series of videos. When you see a hungry man, a hungry woman, they are recorded that they'll say, no, nah, APC they want, Tinubu they want to. Is this why these people deliberately deny us from education? Maybe lack of education is part of this. Why are we doing this to ourselves? And these leaders, they travel all the time. They travel to the best countries in the world. They see how those countries are being governed. They don't take it back home to emulate what they saw. What they are doing is deliberate. It's deliberate. It's not coincidence. It's not by mistake. It's deliberate. They know what they are doing. They take 99.9% for themselves and keep the remaining for the people. That's what they are doing. Then, why are we doing this to ourselves? It's a big question because this thing surprises me all the time. If you have never visited Nigeria for so long, you might not understand what I'm saying. Go to Nigeria now. Just visit Nigeria. May you see waiting. May you see suffering. May you see corruption. May you see killings. May you see the way people are living. You are not safe at all driving out of your house. Driving out of your estate is now between you and God, because anything can happen. Banditry, kidnapping have become a lucrative business in Nigeria. We come here every day, 7 days a week. So people just think, oh, These people like this, what they are doing. Listen, guys, our channel is dedicated for Peter Obi, but this is not how we used to do it before Peter Obi emerged. In case you don't understand, we use the same channel in Edo State. We sit down and check properly who we can choose amongst them. Are you telling me that you are deliberately choosing Tinubu over Peter Obi? You are choosing Atiku, who was the vice president for 8 years, who came up to say that the money they paid out for electricity was squandered, and that was it. They couldn't do anything about it. And nobody is asking them questions. And we are here fighting ourselves. Some people will come to our inbox, insult the hell out of us, send messages. If I have to come here and tell you guys what we pass through every day, people might think that we are just talking. You don't know what we pass through just for standing for what is right. And this is what is right. As long as I'm consigned, my media is consigned, my name is consigned, you can never trace anything bad to me. It's not possible. I said it over and over again. Investigate me, expose me if you have anything you think I've done secretly to deceive the people or to hurt the people since I was born or since when you know me. So what is holding you from standing the same ground? To have a good footprint. You will die one day, my brother, my sister. Then what do you want to be remembered for then? This is what we are talking about. If you die now, what do you want to be remembered? Maybe you already have children. How do you want others to treat your children? What kind of eyes you want others to look at your children? Why are we doing this to ourselves? Nigeria is so rich, but we all are suffering. We are. Every one of us are suffering. Oh, wow. Kashi, back to you.
Wow. Newborn babies. How did we get here? That tire me to talk self. And yet, Ndi Otu Mercy Johnson will come out and be telling us to vote after she has checked, she has heard from the horse's mouth. We now have renewed hope. She is confident to tell us that there is renewed hope. The hope we will never see for the past 7 years plus. How is APC coming to deliver us from APC? For where e dey happen? How will they come? How will APC save us from APC? If they had the solutions to all of this, why can't they implement it? That's a question I've been asking for God knows how long. If they have the answers to what is going on right now in the country, why can't they implement it to make Nigeria a better place? So if they are even coming out to ask us to vote for them, they will give us reasons why we should. But right now, look at what is going on. Every day you wake up to one bad news or the other. It is terrible. Nah, eh. Please let's go straight to Mr. Ophili. Mr. Ophili, please talk to us before we round up the show. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Niger, for that wonderful delivery. It's good to hear people like this speak, people that have conscience. What's wrong in Nigeria right now is that most of us don't have our conscience with us anymore. We've lost it. I mean, if you see people like Tinubu, what is he trying to look for in government? He has all the money in the world. But one thing about poverty, if you have the poverty of the mind, There's no amount of money you have in the world, you will still want more. And for me, I personally believe this is going to be the end of Tinubu, or this election is going to bring about the end of Tinubu himself, because he's giving me the vibes of Nebuchadnezzar in the Bible and the vibe of Goliath. So the thing most of us don't understand in Nigeria is our form of education. Education in Nigeria is miseducation. They don't tell us who we are. Like last time I went to South Africa, before they begin to teach you the foreign language we all know as English, they first of all start with your native language, tell you about who you are, what your culture is, how you greet people, tell you everything about your environment. Most of us don't know anything about our environment. Back in the days when I was really young in the village, when somebody is about to get married in the village, community members of the village will come together and build a house for the couple with our red soil. And now we have so much forgotten about the use of red soil in Africa. We go straight to cement, and that cement is poisonous for our living in Africa because the weather is hot. So everything God gave, God had a purpose for Africa. Africa is actually the paradise most of us are praying to die to go to, because everything God put there, even alcohol we are looking for to drink, just cut down a tree, you would have alcohol as much as you want. Medicine is there, even our red soil. I believe personally that ships are coming from Africa to take our red soils to Europe, because Belgium, where I live, most of the houses are built with the same red soil that we don't want to have anything to do with. No, there's no. If you go to China, the form of building in China is different from when you are in Indonesia or in Russia or in Europe or in America. Even between Belgium and France, when you leave the borders of, because there are no borders here, when you leave the borders of Belgium and enter France, what you will used to know that you are in another country is the architecture will change, the plate signs will change. That's all you need to know, that you're another country. But when you come to Nigeria, you think you're somewhere in New York or England, because we want to imitate we don't appreciate what is ours. And so we don't even know, like somebody was saying something about how blessed we are. Even our soil, just not even talking about making plants grow. You can even make gold out of our soil, but we do not. We have students graduating from science subjects, science subjects every time in the university, but none of them do. There's no research carried out to take our discoveries to the next level. Everything we do is on theory, on paper. We don't practicalize it. If you even listen to the I think it was the emir of Taraba that was speaking. If you listen to the beginning, I so much respect that man. If you listen to the beginning of his speech, he said that we don't even, like, now we want to produce a machine to make popcorn. We don't have a Nigerian model of that machine that say, okay, this machine is produced from Nigeria. We can actually build a house without using one pint of cement. We can build a fantastic house that will stand the test of time with just that red soil that we have, without any mixture. We can make roofs without iron because our weather is hot. So even everything we have in Nigeria is a blessing, but we have not even put our environment to test. That's why even I believe that if I come to Nigeria, I don't drink. I only drink locally made drinks like fruits and all that, or I drink palm wine, because I believe everything the Western world is bringing to Nigeria, because they know we don't have NAFDAC. And if you see the way the lady from NAFDAC was removed, she actually did a lot of did a lot of damage to the plans they have for Nigeria. I believe the medicines that we have in Nigeria, there's nobody to check the quality. most of the things that happen. No, we don't have a police, we don't have a system, and that's why most of us are clamoring for Peter Obi, because we believe, at least we're not expecting him to make Nigeria a heaven, but we believe that when he comes to power, at least he will put Nigeria on the basis, on the basic level of development. Will take care of the judiciary. Somebody commits a crime and he knows he's going to go in for it, then a lot of decency will come back to our society. Nigerians are beautiful people. We have a wonderful climate. Everything we have is beautiful, and sometimes you only need to get out of Nigeria to understand how blessed you are to be a Nigerian. And I hope that one day, maybe after this election, that we can, because we can begin to have a cause to come back home. Because most of us, just like what the other speaker said, most of us in Europe, we have everything, but there's no place like home. We also want to come back home and invest instead of sending money. Instead of sending money like every other time. I know how much I sent last month, and if I just checked my WhatsApp today, I know how many people that are calling me again, help, 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 friends, relations, and all that. And you can do nothing but help these people, because what is money if you cannot help your neighbor? And I want to appreciate Nigeria Watch for the wonderful work you're doing. I was really proud of you when I saw the rally in Edo State. You might be thinking, what are you doing here? But if you see the rally of Obi in Edo State, which I was actually proud of, some of the things that happened there, it was through this your channel that most of us got involved in these things, and then that brought the big shake of Benin City that happened. So we really appreciate what you're doing, and
Thank you,
we
sir.
want to admonish you to continue. And I am sure that at the end of the day, we'll have cause to celebrate together and and enjoy the wonderful place that
Thank
God has
you.
given each and every one of us. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to speak.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ophelia, for that amazing submission right there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're going to go straight to Mr. Peter Okundaye. Mr. Okundaye, good evening to you. Please talk to us.
Ah, good evening, madam. Good evening, Nigeria Watch and all the. I just came in, and so I don't really know whatever is going on. The only thing is I saw the topic like Mason Johnson
Mm-hmm.
endorsed Tinubu and
Yes.
and others. So I
That
don't.
is the major thing we are talking about today, sir. Good evening to you. Mr. Johnson endorsed Bola Ahmed Tinubu and APC and told Nigerians that APC is a renewed hope. So it's a big disappointment to all Nigerians, right? Most of Nigerians right now.
Okay, so let me dwell on that because that is why I said the only thing I can. Many people are opportune, but they don't know the reason they are opportune, especially Nigerians, my country. But I will say in blacks, but Nigeria, my country, is most of these things. You see, people suffered when they were small. Doesn't mean they should just believe on bribe. But Nigeria, my country, believe on bribe too much in everything. That is why for them to do right, what is good, what will favor them, they will tell you to bribe them first. That is what is affecting this our sister, Mercy Johnson, because she said when she was small, she really suffered. But instead of she to look now and say, God, I thank you because you make me to suffer so that other people will not suffer. She now put it in her mind that since she suffered, everyone will be suffering. So that is what we only find in the Nigerian people's mind. If you ask them, they say, no, you let me go suffer them. So for me, and I wish all Nigerians, not all Nigerians to know that way, but when we are saying Nigeria, but these things we find it in we, the Satanists. But we will just say Nigerians, but we, the Satanists, are the people who are doing these things. So for me, I believe those who are Christians understand the story of Haman, Mordecai, and Esther. Because the God sent you to suffer because He knows that there are other people who are passing through that suffering, or people are still coming that will pass through that suffering. And God give you that opportunity to suffer first. Then after you suffer, He now give you a way of life, that so that you will not be the one to tell people that this thing suffer me, you should not do like this so that you will not suffer. This thing, I've experienced this kind of thing. That is why I thank God for making me to experience it, so that I might change the life of people. But with the Satan, we said, no, if I suffer, others must come and suffer. So Mrs. Johnson endorsing Tinubu because he believed that when she suffered, so Nigerians must continue in suffering. But that is not the reason, because she suffered and God has made her way today. Through the entertainment industry, she become known and she's not living happy. The man she married to, they are not living happily. At least they cannot beg for food before they eat again. But instead of she to say, no, I will not support anyone that will make suffer to come our people, she now have a wicked mind, because that is why she's still poor. That's why she's rich, or she's a little bit okay now. But in her mind, she's still poor, because if not poor, she would have think, I suffer, I don't want others to suffer. Here I am in Italy today because I suffer for document. When I see new people, I will tell them that if they ask you this question, talk like this, because if you did not, you will suffer those things, because I suffer for it. So I will not want anyone who come in my back to suffer the same thing I did. So this is what I want people to know, that Nigerians should have a new mindset, or with the Satanists should have a new mindset, that if we suffer, we should give glory to God for changing that narrative. And we should not want to push others to it. We should not say they must suffer because we have suffered. We will only thank God that, God, thank you for making us to suffer, so that we will correct others that are coming. So that is where, if Mrs. Johnson really have wisdom as a young girl or a lady, she would have not tell any Nigeria that APC and PDP should be, APC should be the new relay of hope, because it was new relay of hope. That is why Nigeria vote for their Baba that doesn't talk to them. It was new relay of hope that good luck was not good, PDP 10 was not good. So they now have a hope on APC, because they have, you're saying, they were old soldier, they know how to tackle Boko Haram, they know how to do all these ones. Then they not give them. Do they not see the renewal of hope? Since
All right, Mr. Peter Okundayi, we lost
or
you
there is no pothole? No. So if anyone who need a better life should not listen to such person, or Mrs. Johnson, who have suffered all her life and could not able to change from her suffer. In her mentality, she's still suffering. So that is what I will have to say, that Nigerians don't listen to such advice, because if you want a good life for yourself, for your children, and for your entire friends and families, or even for your enemy, should not listen to Mrs. Johnson advice at all, because that is death advice. It will still lead them to suicide, just like the way Buhari have done. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you,
so much,
Mr. Peter Okundayi. I have a video that I don't know how to digest this video. Maybe I would like you guys to listen to it. This was just 2 days ago by Tinubu. My question to this video is that, was it telling or advising people how they can snatch a ballot box, or what was it saying? Let's listen to this video, because it's good for us to play all these videos for everybody to see. You know, they are very good at coming out to say, oh, ballot blue is not Tinubu's speech. People change them. So maybe this one of them also think that Tinubu didn't say anything.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Elvis. Oh,
where are we? No. Political power is not going to be served in a restaurant. It's not served in a la carte. It's what we are doing. It's being determined to do it. At all costs, fight for it, grab it, snatch it.
Yes, sir.
And run with it.
Yes, sir.
Snatch it.
Yes, sir.
And run with it. Yes, sir. And run with it.
Yes, sir.
Snatch it.
Yes, sir.
And run with it. Snatch it.
Yes, sir.
And run with it.
Yes.
Snatch it.
Yes, sir.
And run with it.
Yes, sir. Jagaban. Jagaban. Yes,
I would like us, for the remaining people that want to talk to us now, I don't understand. What is your take on this video? This happened less than 48 hours ago. Snatch it and run away with it. So I'm not sure. Let's cash it back to you.
Sorry, Mr. Elvis. I think you said I can speak after the last.
Okay, Mr. T. Yes. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah. So now, if you think about those, I mean, God have mercy on, be with the family of those babies that were snatched, newborn babies. But I mean, it's election time. I had a story of somebody that actually was beheaded on Top Milan Bridge. And as this person was beheaded, they took the head of this person that they cut off. And the person that cut off the head took the head of that person and then placed on his own head, such that the blood on that person's head can drain on his own head. True life story. Todd Milan Bridge. So it's election season. But the question is, while in Anambra was not known for this before. I mean, it can happen anywhere in the country. And I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that happening in other places is, but why Anambra? Have you think about why INEC officers are being born in the eastern part of the country? So these are things that Nigerians should, and then look at this video now. Is this who you want to be? Okay, so some years back, some army generals were sacked. The Nigerians ask the questions, how were these people sacked? So there's a church in Nigeria, the Redeemed Christian Church of God, somewhere in Taraba. One of the brigadiers was part of those that Buhari retired. What Tinubu is saying now was what that guy did, and Buhari retired the guy. Because some touts then were stealing ballot boxes, and this general went after them. That was what this general did, and he was retired by Buhari. A brigadier general retired because he's preventing the touts from taking away ballot boxes. Retired by Buhari. I will not mention his name, but you can Google it. His name is on that list of the brigadiers that Buhari retired. And his own offense was because Tinubu told his people, grab it, snatch it, and run with it. This general went after the tout, and Buhari retired this general because he went after touts that stole ballot boxes. Nigerians, Yorubas, what else do you guys need? Your brains are not dead. Ojunyo, for your eyes are not blind. You are not dead. You are not. Come on, people, rise up, fight for the soul of Nigeria. If you're a Roman listening to me right now, your eyes are not blind. Ojuo, for your brains are not dead. Is this the Nigeria you want to give to your own children, where education has been killed? This was just in London that I mentioned earlier. So after Chatham House, they went to a restaurant, and then he gathered this guy and then tell them, snatch it, steal it, and run with it. Is this the people that Mercy? I hope Mercy Johnson, you can sit down and see this video. But Nemesis will catch up with you guys because you guys are killing the country that raised you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. T. Thank you. Thank you. Those words were powerful. Thank you for sharing with us. Thank you so much. To be honest, I don't know what to make with that video or what to make out of that video. I don't know. But thank you, Mr. T. Thank you so much. I also want to say a very big thank you to Mr. Izenwago for the super chat. Thank you so much, Mr. Izenwago. God bless you. May your pocket never run dry. You guys are the backbone of Ninja Watch. Thank you guys for your continuous support. We love and we appreciate every one of you. God bless you all. May our efforts not be in vain. Oh. May our efforts not be in vain. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go straight to Mr. Just for You. Mr. Just for You, please. Thank you.
Okay, good evening, everybody. Once again, thank you, Niger Watch. Thank you, listeners and viewers at home and everywhere, all over the world. Thank you, lovers of peace around the world. I respect the comments. I respect the panels. I respect everyone that have been contributing to make sure that Nigeria is on the right track. So before I go into other area, let me just digest on the topic. You know, with the level of exposure that Mercy Johnson have or had, I don't know which word I will use for her, because somebody who is really in that level will not be we didn't expect her to behave this way. No one will expect, every of us will expect a better idea from her. There is no a better APC. APC is APC. APC has been there 8 years now. They keep on promising and they never fulfill it. Let me tell you, APC have one of the best manifestos, but they talk about restructuring. Do they do it? No. And we have the Jagaban. He is solidly behind them. All the atrocity that was committed is somebody was killed in what they call one the daughter was killed in, I think, Ondo State or something like that. I think everybody can remember that. This is the same person that defended Fulanis who committed that atrocity. This person has never come up one day to speak against the insecurity in Nigeria. But they will tell you they will fix it. Are they going to fix it? When you are we want to hand over. The second in command have told Nigeria that he's going to be in charge of security. So what are you going to tell me? Nigerians, we are not fools. I have said it times without number here. To take power from these people, it's not going to be easy. Because if you watch this man, Mustafa, I don't know whether many of us watched that video. I watched that video this afternoon. I was shedding tears. This is the man behind Abacha's regime. You know, he was one of the prominent Abacha regime. Though he said people are still talking about Abacha. Abacha is not good at all. Abacha looted Nigerians' wealth. So I don't want to go into that. But he exposed so many things concerning the people that laid siege on Nigeria. He talked about what they call it, oil theft. And the thing that struck me most, he said, do you know why they cannot remove this oil subsidy? He said many governments that make an attempt, they always kick them out of power. If you like, go and watch that video. He exposed so many things. That is why, sometimes ago, I talk about prayer. When I went into comment, somebody attacked me. Many people attacked me. And leave God alone. We can do it by ourselves. Let me say one thing here. As human beings, we have our own part to play. God has his own part to play. So when we combine these two forces, we have a breakthrough. We cannot do it alone. We need God in action. We need our action. We need God in action as well. Because there is devil that lays siege in Nigeria. The devil that lays siege in Nigeria, I don't think that devil is in any part of the world. There is no such devil in any part of the world. Because the people that are laying siege on Nigeria, they are the ones that determine what goes on in Nigeria. As we are planning now, they know what is going on. So for Obi to come to power, we have our human effort and God effort as well. We don't have to leave God aside this one. We need to combine the two efforts. So the leaders are there working They know what they are doing. Let me tell you one thing. This election is going to be bloody. I pray it will not be so. It's going to be bloody. Go and write today down. Go and write, say, this is what this man said. It's going to be bloody. Why? They are going to be snatching of ballot boxes. They are going to be so many things, because that is what they are working out. They are working at that one. And unless we now start from this moment, we begin to hammer, it might not happen unless we start to work on that now. How it will not happen. We have to bring that strategy and reasons or suggestion, so that to avoid that one. Because from what the Nigeria just revealed now, I tell you, they have plan. Either you snatch it and run away. That is what he's saying. What is he talking about? Is ballot boxes, I believe. Is it children? All of that thing? No, they have already laid that plan down. So let me go back to the video Nigeria Watch also showed them. You see, election is coming. So many things are going. So I'm still going to talk about the devil that laid siege in Nigeria. This is the time now they are making sacrifices and they are doing everything. So we on our own, we go down on our knees as well. We have our own effort, and God, nothing is above God. If you, whatever you are a Muslim, you are a Christian, if you believe in God, that God can do it, go and kneel down. Why you still believe in your PVC, you believe in your effort, you believe going out, believe campaigning, but we must still go out and kneel down before God. It is very, very difficult to take something out of the mouth of a lion. Is it easy? It's not easy. You go there, you want to take food, meat out of lion's mouth. It's not going to. You can't do it. But nothing is impossible. But it's going to be with a strategy. It's going to be with a serious plan. If not, these people, they have lazy. They believe they have Nigeria in their hands, and they dictate who rule, who doesn't rule. They have already said it, that he make this man the president. That is his own turn, a milocon. There is nothing anybody can do about it. Somebody, instead of talking to Nigeria, he went to London. He ignored everybody. He doesn't care. So what else do you expect? The president is solidly behind him. Some people are behind him. These are people who does not see the future of Nigeria. They don't want Nigeria to be good. But you and I, we are fighting hard. But there are people who are fighting to destroy Nigeria. So it is there for us now to put our plan together and work in unison. Let all Nigerians work in unison. So that is my stake now.
Thank you very much, Mr. Just for your amazing submission right there. But I'm still of the opinion that God will not come down and do for us that which He has given us the power to do for ourselves. He will not come down and do those things He has already given us the power to do for ourselves. It's good to pray. It's good to believe in God. It's good to, to ask, for His intervention in things and in every area of our lives. It's good to seek God's intervention. But I am still of the opinion that God will not come down and do for us that which He has given us the power already to do for ourselves. If we want to look at it like that, why do you see other countries who barely go to church, who barely have churches, and who barely have religious centers are progressing? They are doing the needful because the universe works with a guideline. There's a guideline guiding the universe. You have to follow the due process. You have to follow the due protocols. If not, nothing for you. So you have to follow the process. I mean, God has blessed us with everything we need to succeed. God has given us the power to do some things for ourselves. And trust me, He's not going to come down and do anything for us. We're going to seek His face. We're going to ask Him to intervene in our situation. But we're not just going to pray to God and sit down and fold our hands. We still have to do our own part. That's why I said God will not come down and do for us that which He has given us the power to do for ourselves. It's just like NEPA take light now for Nigeria. Everybody don't shout, NEPA don't take light. The next thing you could hear, God, I beg, me NEPA just bring light now. God no go fit tell NEPA to bring light. Oh, man, it doesn't work that way. We have to do the right, put in the right work, the right process, do everything to have stable electricity. So guys, we need God, we need Him in all we do. We still need to put in the work. We still need
Okay,
it to
Kashi.
put in the
We have
efforts. Thank
we
you very
have
much.
We have Madam Rita here to talk to us. Go ahead, Madam. Good evening to you once again.
Yeah, thank you very much. Good evening, everybody. Good afternoon. I'm calling because I was listening to, sorry, I can't remember your name. We were talking about praying to God and, we have to look up to God. Sir, I just want to correct something. I know when you started talking, you said some people attacked you that you shouldn't mention God. I don't think anybody attacked you. I think you misunderstood the logic behind us saying, or somebody like me saying, we should stop calling God's name. I know some of you would think I'm an atheist or I don't believe it. I believe in Yeshua. I believe in God. God has given us the tools. Africa, God has given us the Nigerians, God has given us the tools to transform our country. The country where we all live in diaspora. Did you see the mayor or the prime minister or even the people, your neighbor, when they want to go and vote? Do you see them going to the churches to go and pray or calling God to come and change the road? When you see pothole, when you see things are not going well, you go meet your counselor. There's nobody's mentioning God there. That is the mindset. I know my sister, Finest Irene, was always saying, Nigerians, change your mindset. This part of religion is killing us. You don't put God into everything that you can do easily. God has given us the brain. God has given us the conscience to make the right decisions. If you have a leader or a family member who is corrupt and the person is a president, it is your duty. It is your duty to call out that person. That is what they do in the society where we live in. That is why there are roads. That is why things are working well. The system is working well. It is not God that made the expressway that we drive on in diaspora. It is not God that gave them electricity, 24 hours electricity. It is not God that made their system work. God has already given people like Edison, the man that started electricity, giving all these intellectuals to create these things, these creators, and then they disperse it to the world. God has already done that, so it's not left for us now to not spread the electricity around the world. Are you not telling God to tell you how to put bulb or how to create wires? Please, please, let us stop. I think it's a very difficult mentality to change and not feel like God has to always go forward to do things for us. That mindset should change. That mindset should change. God has given us the two. Okay, there are 3 candidates, or rather, there's only 1 candidate, and that candidate is Peter the Rock Obi. What are you mentioning God? What can God do? If they say it's fire for fire, if I was in Nigeria, I will be there. I will sacrifice myself. Nigerians don't like to sacrifice. Let us call it as it is. We are afraid. We too like life. The country where we are living in, many people sweat and blood that transform the country where it's comfortable, where we are calling from, or where we live. But Nigerians don't want to do that. We go the lazy route by calling God first, and that is what this that the GOs and all these big mega churches are using. They are using that too. But their children school abroad, they live abroad. Their investments in abroad. So let us stop using that. In fact, I think it's an insult. I think it's we are using God's name in vain so much that it has become just a regular thing that we just call it carelessly. Please, sir. With all due respect, sir, I'm not undermining what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, but when you now bring God, we have to pray to God to help us to remove this leader. What, is it God that's going to vote? Is it God? The only thing that we have to take action. But Nigerians don't want to sacrifice. Let's stop going the lazy route by calling God. I feel so bad when people call God's name. That's something that you can do easily. God is not going to put food in your mouth, but you have to work. And work is not just going to the farm or you have a job or a company. Work also means you have the ability to change the systems where you live at. Thank you. Let's not stop making names. It's quite annoying. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Rita. Thank you. All right. Kashi, I'll leave that for you to handle. Thank you.
So I'll leave that. I think I've given my own 2 cents about what Mr. Josway said. I've always been of the opinion that God will not come down and do for us that which He has given us the power to do for ourselves. He has given us the power of free will. He has given us the knowledge to know to differentiate good from evil. So that is just it, basically. So it's good to interface with God. It's good to invite Him into everything we do. but it's not going to come down for us and help us to build bridges and help us to build good schools and help us to do basic things that he has already given us the wisdom on how to do. Thank you guys so much. That will bring us to the end of today's broadcast. You guys have been super amazing. I learned a lot from you guys today. God bless you all. Just in case you're trying to support us financially, please, the direct transfer details is just on the screen. All you have to do is open your banking app, put this number where you see now for screen, type Zenith Bank, you go see N Watch Media, transfer the ego one time. Thank you guys, God bless you all. And then want to like and share the broadcast, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We'll be back in your faces.
Igbo woman, you too like money.
I succumb. I agree. Dalusa. Thank you all.
Excuse me, my sister. I don't know
Okay,
if
Mr. Starkis,
if I can
yes.
say it. About what our sister said on the phone and this thing that our brother that speak it just now. I think all our prayer we have prayer and God have given us will be. So it's
Thank
just
you.
only for us to vote. God have answered our prayer by giving
That's
us will
right.
be. So
That's right.
the effort that we make is to bring him in Asarok. That's all.
That's right. Thank you very much, my brother Starkis. Your word there, it touched me very well. Thank you so much. God bless you guys. God bless all of you, the panelists, the viewers.
Exactly. Waiting that our brother talked just now.
Starkis.
Okay. Thank you very much, Starkis. You see, this is one of the things, the popular saying that you've prayed so much to have a wife. Now you want God to still give you the tools, right? Good night.
Make it help you give your wife belly or Diego. Thank you, everybody. Now God will bless all of you. Now, everybody on the comments, the viewers, the panelists, you guys have been super amazing. We're going to be in your faces tomorrow from 10 a.m. Nigerian time for our newspaper headline reviews. We need to join that newspaper review because that newspaper review now, anything where they happen as they hot, they drop them for there early in the morning. Now, after that one, before we'll come here for evening, come discuss. And so make one they try they join that newspaper headline.
Exactly. Very, very important.
Very important because the topic they very now like breaking news as they happen as soon as they drop out for newspaper headline review. Make una they join them 10 a.m. every day, Monday to Saturday. Make una they join them, okay? And we have a
Every one of
very
you.
beautiful host. A very beautiful host for that newspaper headline review. You guys cannot afford to miss it. Thank you so much. Tomorrow we're gonna be live 6 p.m. for our debate tomorrow. And they want to join us. God bless you guys. Mr. Ninja Watch, you were about to say something, please.
Yes. I just want to say thank you to every one of you that have shared this broadcast today. Please, before you leave, endeavor to copy the link and take with you as well. We really do appreciate you. Now, God will bless you now. Please also click on the like button as well. Click on it. The thumbs up is just right there on your screen. Touch on it and to encourage YouTube to suggest this same video for others that have not seen it or that is not here today. Just press the like button. I appreciate every one of you that have super chatted us. Oh my God, thank you very much, my people. Now God will bless you. Now, if not, you guys, trust me, you guys are really encouraging us, every one of you. And our panelists, you guys are superb. Thank you. You see, on this panel, we are here learning from each other's. We present the topic, then we start learning from each other's. It's just like you put in a mathematical figure there, and you said we should solve it. That's what we're doing here. Everybody, we bring the topic, fine, but at the end of the day, my own perception is different from yours, and yours is different from mine. So we are learning from each other. I want to say thank you, everybody. And for those of you that's going to play back this video later on, please endeavor to also support us. Super chat is what you can do while we are live. Like others have supported us today, but once we are not live, there's what we call super thanks. thanks. It's just there displayed on the screen. Click on that thanks right there on the video that you're watching, and also support what we're doing here. We appreciate you all. We want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Now God bless all of you now. Mother of all, Mommy Diaspora, that's our great mother. She's with us all the time. She's always encouraging us with everything, with prayers, with every single thing. We want to say, Mommy, thank you. We love you so much. I love you so much. I don't know whether Kashi love you not for myself. I love you so much, Mommy. I'm proud to have a mother like you. So thank you. Good night, my people.
Yes, good night. God bless you all. Do have an amazing, amazing night rest. Now, God, now go continue to the blessing. Now, may our effort not be in vain. My name is Kachi, and this is me saying thank you. I love you guys. Mwah! Have a good night rest. Bye bye.